Hi guys, Ken Chigbo, aka KenFX Freak, back with another week roundup and look ahead to the key events. Starting off with last week, my goodness, was an amazing week in terms of market volatility, US elections. As the time I'm recording this right now over the weekend, for the week ahead, Joe Biden is edging ever closer to taking over the White House and beating Donald Trump. Obviously, there's been a little bit of mess in the form of Trump's accusations, so on and so forth. But what have we been seeing in terms of the markets? Markets pricing in a Joe Biden win, which is very much about risk appetite. The dollar, as you can see, been slammed here. You know, lowest levels in over 2 months for the greenback. Really bearish candlestick there in the weekly. And we've sort of breaking out of what we could view this as a bearish flag. Here's all of our pole where we're falling, consolidating, trying to break out now of this range, making way for further downside. Now, so remember, Joe Biden's been seen as, before I get onto some of the currencies, Joe Biden's been seen as good for risk appetite because he's not going to be looking at, tariffs as such with China. If anything, he'll look at bettering relations, which is good for market sentiment, good for risk appetite, for our riskier currencies, for our stocks, and the fact that he's going to come in and potentially spend more with the Democrats, even though there's a bit of a divide still in government because the Republicans have Senate, but nevertheless, there may be a greater push from his side and his government to spend more, which is good for market sentiment, fiscal stimulus for the United States economy. Now, at the moment, markets are still ignoring COVID risks, but I believe at some point it's going to come back into play and we see risk-off trading. Euro, an incredible move to the upside. We smashed, if you look here, let's go to the daily. We've cleared this range. See where we're capped at 118.50. A nice candle closure above there on the daily, set to make way for further upside. Perhaps we'll give this a retest before pushing to the north into that psychological 120 mark. Again, markets ignoring the risks of COVID right now, which I say at any time can we see big reversals. On the fact that, look, we've been moving in such one direction. It's been very, very one-directional. But then the fact of COVID, remember what happened in March? As soon as we start seeing that bad data, perhaps all of these moves reverse, okay? So still some room for some upside squeezing there. Last week, we had a big push higher for gold. I'm just going to show you a naked chart. It's had some analysis marked up there. You see, again, we cleared a top area where we're capped sort of at 1925. You can see here, we haven't been convincingly above that since back end of September. So the fact we've cleared above this range here, just looking at a nice naked chart, and you can see that wick on this current weekly, right, or daily, excuse me, has retested that, okay, around sort of 1930, 230. If that holds, it'll make way for further moves to the upside. We were just using this, gold was just being pushing higher just as a hedge against all that election risk. Aussie Dollar, I just want to show you, this was the best performer last week, the best performer. Why? Because you've got to remember, Joe Biden, as I said before, if he's not going to be looking at pressing ahead with tariffs on China, that's good. Who is China's biggest two-way trading partner in terms of other way around? Australia. For Australia, China is their biggest two-way trading partner. So anything good that happens to China is good for Australia. Anything bad that happens to China is bad for Australia. Hope you see that. So they're very reliant on them. So that's why AUD was a massive outperformer last week. Again, if you look on the daily here, we had somewhat of a double bottom, 1, 2, a bit of a W structure. Can you see that? Broken out of this neckline, retested again. So long as this holds around that sort of 72, 35, 40 region, that will extend to the upside, okay? We forming as well a bit of a flag structure, this consolidation after all this pumping does look set for some further upside. Now, very lastly, just want to round off with stocks. Incredible move. Look, we gained last week. That's this move here. That's almost 10%. That's 9.5%. Huge. And you can see just how we're at this big top area now, around sort of mid 28,000 region. This is huge. This is pivotal. Pumping again, risk appetite. Joe Biden was helping drive this move to the upside as markets are pricing him winning. But again, we are subject to reversal at some point. Let's see what happens with this region, okay? We can see on the 4 hour where we're just consolidating around that. Are we forming a bit of a pennant here, or are we going to lose some ground and potentially be double top 1, 2 as well? Neckline on the 4 hour. So this is very much pivotal. So keep an eye on this. It'll present opportunities in both ways. So guys, this week in terms of the calendar, very light. Nothing really to note as such, to be totally honest with you. Just RBNZ rate decision, dovish tone, but no action expected. So that could help NZD gain some ground as well. As I say, all of these moves are subject to reversal. because of COVID. We're just ignoring it at the moment because we've been clouded by US elections, but at some point it could come into play and start driving the markets. Other than that, guys, do not hesitate to check out me across all social media, KenFX Freak. Also, check out freakforextrading.com for daily fundamental and technical analysis. Check out our membership, our live trading community. A lot of value there. And don't forget to check out BluFX, an amazing solution for all traders. It will help you grow and nurture and become a polished trader. Stay lit. Let's get it.